Hi everyone, welcome to this Pilates practice. My name's Debbie and I'm going to take you through the practice today. So today I'm going to actually do Yogalates rather than full Pilates. I'm going to do some Pilates work, but also I'm going to throw in quite a few different yoga postures. We're going to do the warriors, so we'll be doing those. I do like to put them in sometimes because they're good for our strength, they're good for our calming type of thing, and I think, I don't know about you, I've gone through Christmas, if you're watching this after Christmas time, just gone through Christmas, it's been really hectic, and right at the very end I'm going to take us into a real nice relaxation meditation, so I hope you're going to enjoy it. If you're actually really new to Pilates, we breathe in through the nose, we breathe out through the mouth. Because we're going to be doing Yogalates, some of the Pilates moves you might want to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Entirely up to you, but with Pilates it's in through the nose, out through the mouth. Every breath in we hold our core, every breath out we just squeeze that core tighter. We don't release it. We're trying to support the core, squeeze the core to support our spine. We're going to start with a little bit of checking in with our bodies, okay? So I do this in all of my practices because I think it really helps you to focus and tune into your body before you start doing any sort of moves or any sort of workouts. You can come down from your side and onto your back if you prefer. If you have low blood pressure, it's wise to come down from the left. If you're coming down with me, we're coming from a seated position and we're going to do what we call C-curve back, okay? If you've done these before, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You C-curve the spine down, you don't just drop back. We hold our core as we do it, we support our spine by pulling in our core, and if we get to a point like maybe here where you can't hold it with your core and you find your legs are moving, you're jolting, take behind the back of your thighs and use those as support to bring yourself down gently without jolting the spine. So breathing in, pulling in your core, and as we breathe out we hold that core tight and we squeeze and C-curve ourselves down, holding the core as tight as we can, bringing ourselves slowly all the way down to the floor and releasing ourselves down here. So once you're at the floor, we're going to take a full body stretch. If you have lower spine issues, take your feet mat width, lock your knees in together. You can still do your full body stretch from here because you can start squeezing. So you're going to stretch the body by doing that. So breathe in, pulling in our core, and as we breathe out, we hold the core tight, we start to push our spine down into the mat, we squeeze our arms away, okay, we push them away, we squeeze the legs together, we squeeze our glutes, we push and we squeeze. So this is where we're doing a full body sort of stretch, squeezing here with our knees squeezed together and our feet mat width apart. If you want to take your legs long and do a full body stretch here, we can. So we're breathing in, pulling in our core, and as we breathe out, we gently push our spine down into the mat. We squeeze away with our fingers or we push away with our legs. So we're pushing and we're squeezing and we're holding everything tight, squeezing, pushing away, stretching, and then releasing down there. Do that one more time wherever you are, breathing in, pulling in your core, breathing out, pull the core tighter, gently pushing the spine into the mat, pushing away with your arms, squeezing your legs, pushing long if you've got your body stretched, squeezing your knees together if you have your feet on the mat, and then release down there. Fabulous. Okay, start to rest down. You can keep your feet mat width apart if that's good for you, and we'll do our relaxation or our preparation for our practice right now. So taking your arms away from the body and allow the palms to face upwards, so we're going to bring in some energy, ready for working our bodies. Okay, breathing in and breathing out through the mouth. Okay, breathing again through the nose and release it all through the mouth. Let the core relax now. Okay, let the feet drop outwards and relax down, and let the legs just relax. Just soften the legs. Take a little scan over the legs. How are they feeling? Got any niggles, any tightness, just ask them to soften. And can start to focus around your lower core, your pelvis area and your glutes. Let that soften down your mid-spine, your tummy, your upper spine and your chest. Letting your torso and your spine gently soften down. Relaxing your hands, your fingers and toes. Relaxing the whole of your arms. And scan the arms best you can. How you're looking at them. Any tension there, ask them to soften down. And then your shoulders. We hold so much tension in the shoulders, so soften your shoulders down. Press them. And again, scan the shoulders best you can. Scanning them. And then finally your neck and your head. Let the neck and the head be heavy and soft, pushing down gently as the weight releases into the mat beneath you. Relax all those facial muscles, your mouth, your cheekbones, your eyelids, your forehead and the top of your head. Now, best way to scan your body is to go for the tips of your toes and just visualise the scan as you're running it across your full torso, up away over your head. But you do it the best way that is possible or you feel best for you, scanning your body, checking out how it's feeling. Any areas that feel tense, just ask them to soften down. Sinking into the mat, preparing it for the practice that lies ahead. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Take one more small scan. And this time from the top of your head, over the torso, over the legs and away from the feet. Softening everything, everything relax, no tension. Now gently start to rock your head from side to side, just gently rolling it, massaging the back of your head as you do so, rolling from one side to the other, releasing the neck, massaging the back of the head. Coming to centre. Taking the hands together, so you've got your palms together, clench your fingers, so you've now got your fists together, and start to roll the wrists. Waking the wrists up, rolling them one way, and then reversing that roll. Keeping your eyes closed down if you can, just rolling the wrists. Then keeping the fingers entwined and together, taking the arms up, turning them so that the palms are facing the ceiling, and push upwards, feeling your shoulders lift off of the floor, holding that core tight, pushing away, stretching across the shoulders now, and then release down. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, holding the core tightly, gently pushing those arms away again, releasing them back down. Release the arms down to the side. Bringing the feet up so that they are on the mat and taking them mat width apart. You've got your knees slightly parted and your arms out into a T shape. Let's gently move the legs from one side to the other. Holding your core tight. Every breath that you take, you're holding the core and you're squeezing the core, you're protecting your spine. You're just window wiping the legs from one side to the other. Head staying central for the moment. Come into centre, take the knees or the feet so that they are now hip width apart. Okay, breathing in, pulling in that core. And as you breathe out, holding the core tightly, drop the legs over to the left. Allow them to drop over, keeping the shoulders on the mat. When you get to that point, release the core. Soften into that, breathing into tense areas. Breathe in, pulling in that core. And at the same time, bring the legs to centre, breathing out, holding the core tight. Don't let the core go. Breathe in, pull the core tighter. And as we breathe out, holding that core, we drop the legs over to the right hand side. Get to your point of comfort and release. Release the core, release everything. Soften into that twist. Gentle spinal twist this is. Keeping the head central. We're not moving the head at the moment. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And at the same time, bring the legs to centre, reach in centre, breathing out, holding your core. Okay, we're just going to take our right leg in, giving it a squeeze. Squeeze it in, pulling in that core, don't let the core go. Take the right leg up so that the foot is now facing the ceiling. And just squeeze, gently squeeze that leg towards you, holding the core tight, squeezing the leg towards you, feel the stretch down the back of the leg. Releasing that leg down, keeping the core held tight. Breathe in, pull the core tighter. As you breathe out, lifting up your left leg. Foot facing the ceiling, keeping the core tight, breathing in. And as you breathe out, holding the core, you squeeze the left leg towards you. Gently squeezing it. Don't any pain, just release off. Don't squeeze it too far, feeling it's hurting at any point. And then releasing that back down to the ground. Okay, taking both legs in now. So we're going to do it with our pulling in our core and using our core action. If you find that you can't bring the legs up, holding your core, take behind the thighs and squeeze them in. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, holding that core tight, you bring both legs in towards you and squeeze them in. Holding the core tight, squeeze the legs. Squeezing them in. And then gently we're going to take the legs. We're going to take to the outside of the feet if you can. You might want to take the inside of the feet. You might want to take around the calf area. We're going to take happy baby pose. So whatever's best for you. I prefer the outside of my feet. We're going to try and squeeze the knees down towards our armpits. And we're holding it there. Trying to keep the back on the floor, the whole spine on the floor. The tailbone might lift slightly. Just gently there. Some people like to maybe gently rock back and forwards here. Entirely up to you. Again, this is a little massage the spine. Your choice. It's your practice. Then back to centre, taking the legs down. Okay, we're going to take some side work. So let's take ourselves over onto our left-hand side. And then we're coming up, resting your hand onto your head onto your hand, so you're up on your elbow. Okay, you can take your hand down for support. We're bending our left leg, our lower leg underneath us, and we've just got our right leg long. So we're going to take some lifts here. Again, you can take your hand onto your leg if that's good for you, or you can have it in front for support. So that's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and and 1. Holding it there, we're going to do 8 circles forward. We're going to go 8, 7, keeping the core pulled in, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Holding it there, let's reverse that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and last one. Holding it there, we're going to bring the leg in towards you and pushing it away for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, we're going to repeat that again. So lifting the leg for 8, 7, keeping the core pulled in, 6, 5, flexing the foot, 3, 2 and 1. Pointing the foot, circles forward, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Holding it there, reversing backwards, keeping the core pulled in, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Keep that core tight, leg in and away. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and the last one, pushing it away, holding it there, dropping it down, give that thigh a little tap, and then let's swing ourselves over. So we're now coming over onto our right side, taking our hand comfortably onto our arm, or our hand for a nice comfort there, bending the right leg underneath us. Let's work our right leg, okay. So we're going to flex the foot and we're going to lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, let's circle forward for 8, 7, 6, keeping the core tight, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Let's reverse that. 8, 7, core tight, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Holding it there, bringing the leg in and away, in and away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, let's repeat that. Flex foot, lift, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, toe core tight, 2 and 1. Let's circle forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, keeping that core tight, 2 and 1, and then bringing the foot in, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Give that thigh a little back. Okay, so we've worked our thighs and our legs. We're now going to come up, we're going to do some classic Pilates roll up, roll downs, and then we're going to go into some warriors, and we're going to do some Yogalates. Okay, just going to whack my hair back, guys. Bringing ourselves up. So the best way to come up is bring yourself to the front of your mat, okay, coming onto your knees, and you take your fingertips to the side of your knees. Push into your fingertips and push the knees off of the floor. Bring the fingertips closer, pushing up until your feet are nicely flat on the mat, keeping that core pulled in, and then breathing in, pulling in your core. And as you breathe out, you take your hands to the front of your legs and you roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. The lower spine, the mid spine, the upper spine, shoulders back and down, neck and left, head lifts heads. So, okay, that's our Pilates roll up. We're going to do our roll down as well. Actually, I'm just going to move the camera because it looks like it's cutting off my head slightly there. I think that's better. Okay, shoulders back and down, breathing in, pulling in that core. And as you breathe out, you drop your chin to your chest. Your head comes down, shoulders come forward, and your hands come to the front of your legs. You go down to your point of comfort, whether that be here, whether that be further down, that's entirely up to you. You're keeping your core squeezed tight, and you're coming down to your point of comfort and you're hanging. Allow yourself to hang wherever you are, just holding it there. Breathing in, pulling in that core. And as you breathe out, hands to the front of your legs, you slowly come up. You lift your lower, your mid and your upper spine. You slowly roll them up. When you get to the top, your shoulders will go back and down. Your neck lifts, and then finally your head. Breathing in, breathing out, chin to chest. Come on down. Shoulders forward, hands to the front of the legs, core pulled tight. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze everything tight, support that spine as you come down. Your point of comfort, get to wherever that is, keeping the core squeezed. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, breathing in through the nose. And as you breathe out, you start to rise up again, one vertebrae at a time. Every breath in, you hold your core. Every breath out, you hold the core tighter. Keep squeezing that core, squeeze your glutes, shoulders, neck and head. Amazing. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you roll your chin towards your chest. Your shoulders come down. Your hands come to the front of your legs. And you roll yourself all the way down to the floor, to wherever your point of comfort is, and you hold it there. You breathe in through the nose. You breathe out through the mouth. Squeezing that core best you can. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Hold the core, and as you breathe out, hands to the front of your legs, you start to come up, one vertebrae, squeeze those glutes, coming up, the lower, the mid, the upper spine, shoulders back and down, the neck, and finally your head lifts. This time when we come down, we're going to come all the way down. We're going to go forward into a lunge. So you just follow my ways that we're doing it. So shoulders back and down, breathing in, breathing out, chin to chest. Bringing yourself down, hands to the front of your legs. Bringing yourself all the way down. All the way down. And then walking your hands forward. Okay, we're going to come into a forward plank here, nice plank pose. Okay, so hold it there. We want one long line. So that's a nice plank pose there. Holding it there. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth. Squeezing the core, squeezing the glutes. From here, you're going to push yourself into a downward dog. Okay, so you're going to push into your hands, all 10 fingers, squeeze tightly, pushing back and pushing your chest towards your thighs. You might want to walk your feet slightly forward. You can have them flat. Don't worry if you're up on your toes still, that's absolutely fine. Downward dog is an amazing pose. We do use this in Pilates a lot, although it's a lot of people think it's just yoga. We've got our head below our heart, so the blood's pumping nicely around our body. And it's a real nice, I find it quite a relaxing pose, but everybody's different, so we're holding it here. Next move, we're going to take our right leg, taking it up, and then we're going to bend it, we're going to bring it forward. So We've got our flat nicely on the floor, turning our back foot to a little angle, nice and flat, and then you're going to bring yourself up into what is known as Warrior One. Okay, you might want to move your toes forward. As you come down, what nice sort of right angle on our front leg, and we want to be able to see our toes in front of our knee. The back foot is pressing, and you press into the outside edge of your foot, so you're pushing that down firmly there. Holding it here, you can take your hands to your hips, keeping the core tight. Now this is where you might want to breathe in and out through the nose. Entirely your choice. You can continue breathing in and breathing out as you would in Pilates. So holding that core tight, you can take your hands up for a full Warrior One and holding it there. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth or out through the nose. In yoga, what they do is they breathe in through the nose, and as they breathe out, they make the noise and the rattle in the back of their throat of the breath that it's coming out. And then from here, we're going to go into Warrior Two. So we twist our arms, and then we move our feet. So whatever's comfortable for you. I like the heel of my front foot to be in line with the instep of my back foot, okay? But you go to what's comfortable for you. You take your arms up so that they're nice and level. You hold that core, you squeeze your glutes, and you look over the front fingers. So you're looking over your middle finger of the front hand for your Warrior Two. Holding it there, breathing in through the nose. Let's breathe out through the mouth. Whatever breath works for you at the moment. Then we're taking our hand and we're turning our front hand so that's facing the ceiling, and we're going to do a reverse to the sun by taking our hand overhead. Holding it here. Whoops. And then coming forward, we take our right arm onto our knee, just gently, and then we take our left arm overhead. Amazing. Taking those hands down beside the front foot, come up onto the back foot. Little spring forward. So we've got our feet together now at the front, hanging here, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. This time as you breathe in, hold the core, raising your arms right above your head. Take your palms together, and as you breathe out, you take your hands down to your chest and you give yourself a bow. Then going to standing pose just for a moment, which is a relaxing pose, in which our hands down by our sides, palms facing towards the front of the room. Okay, and that is your standing pose. Close your eyes down, gentle bend into the knees like a soft knee rather than locking them out. Holding it there, squeeze that core. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose, or breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. You take your pick on the breath. It's called a Ujjayi breath when you're breathing in and making the noise as you breathe out. Okay. Taking the hands overhead. And we're going to, what we call this swan dive down. So we're going to sweep our arms down to the side of our feet, taking our right leg back, coming down onto our knee and coming forward into a forward lunge. Taking the hands flat onto the mat, curl the toes under of the right leg, flip the left leg up, little shake, and then bringing it back down for our our downward dog. We're going to take all that on the other side now with the left leg. Just holding it there. Taking our left leg up in the air, bending it, and as you bring it forward, sweeping it towards the front of the room, turning your back foot so that it's flat, coming up for our Warrior One on our left hand side. Again, you want to be able to see your toes in front of your knee. You're pushing into the outer edge of your back foot. You've got your core nice and tight, your hips facing forward, hands either on the hips or you take them up overhead. Whatever is good for you, for your warrior one. Breathing in through the nose or out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the nose, your choice. And swinging the arms around, coming into our warrior two. Again, I like my heel of my front foot in line with the instep of my back foot. Some people may not choose that, they might prefer a different stand. We've got our hands out, so we're not down with one arm, we're nice and level. You can check by looking over your fingers, making sure you're in line, got that core tight, and you're looking over the front fingers, middle finger here, looking over that. Holding it there, reverse, oh my God, reverse salutations or whatever, reverse into the sun, hand, front hand turns so the palms facing upwards. We sweep the hand over our head and it's our reverse sun warrior. Sorry if I've got all these names wrong, I think I've got them right. And then we're taking our hand down, we've got our front arm onto our leg and we're taking our top arm over here. Swinging the arms round by the feet, tucking under the toes at the back and then giving a little spring forward so that our feet together and we're hanging down here. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. And as you breathe in, holding the core, you take your arms overhead, take the palms together, bring them down to your chest, give yourselves a bow and release your hands. So closing the eyes down if you can, doing our standing pose here. It's time for resting the knees a little bit. Taking the arms overhead, breathing in. And as we breathe out, we swan dive down. We take our hands down to the floor. We take our left leg back this time. We come down for our lunge on the left hand side. Coming forward. Hands to the floor. Coming back. Shake of the right leg. And come back into our downward dog. Okay, so that's our warriors. This time you're going to come into a plank, so we can go knees, chest and chin up into cobra. Okay, cobra, you're pushing into your hands, you're lifting your chest up, but you're keeping the legs nicely on the floor. And then bringing yourself up, bringing yourself back up into downward dog. Okay, let's bring our right leg forward. Let's take our lunge there, lunging forward there, spring forward to our legs, both legs together, breathing in as we raise our hands up. Let's swan dive down straight away. This time we're taking our right leg back, coming down and we're lunging here on our right. Lunging down, taking the hands together. Pushing back into downward dog and then coming forward into your plank. So you can go knees, chest, chin that I just showed you, or you can come with me and we can do a chaturanga. So with chaturanga, your hands and your firmly keep real nice fingertips pushed in, the whole hands pushed in. You slightly bring yourself forward in your plank. You drop down with your arms and then you come up into upward dog. So you've got your hips, your knees, your calves, everything is off, you're looking up, and then you curl the toes under and you come back into downward dog. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Holding that core tight. Okay, bringing the left leg up, coming forward here into our lunge on our left hand side again. And then springing the toes up, coming forward and hanging down here. Breathing in, coming all the way up. Breathing out as we swan dive down again. So this time you can either step back or you can come with me and you can jump back into your plank. Okay? So we're into plank position, whether you step back or whether you've jumped back, holding that core tight. Push yourself up into downward dog. And then what you're going to do now is we're going to do a little side twist. So we're going to take our right hand, you can take it to the ankle, you can take it to the calf. If you want, you can even take it to the thigh. And you're going to pull yourself to look underneath your armpit. So, side angle twist. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth, or breathing in through the nose. You dry breath as you breathe out through the nose. Bringing the hand back. Come back into your plank. And this time you do your chaturanga or your knees, chest and chin, whatever you prefer. Bringing yourself down, taking yourself up, looking up, bringing yourself back into your downward dog. And then this time we're taking our left hand onto our right knee, or our right leg, I should say, calf, wherever is good for you. Bringing yourself under. Taking the hands back, bring yourself into plank, and let's do our chaturanga or our knees, chest and chin again. Pushing yourself up to a downward dog. And then you're going to take your right leg up in the air, bending that right leg, bringing it forward. Going to come for a lunge, up lunge here. So we've got our full lunge on this side with our toes on our back leg up into the air, hands on our hips, holding it there. Taking your hands down, springing forward. So we've got our both feet together, breathing in, breathing out as we swan dive down again. Taking our right leg back, getting our foot nice and comfortable, toes onto our toes, coming up onto our lunge on the other side, arms up, or you can take them here. Taking the hands down, bringing our feet together, hanging down here, breathing in through the nose. And as we breathe out through the mouth, take your hands to the front of your leg. Let's do a classic Pilates roll up. Squeezing the glutes, squeeze the core, full spine lifting, shoulders, neck and head. Amazing, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I actually did. It does get the heart going doing all those warriors. So we're going to take ourselves back to the front of our mats, shoulders back and down, breathing in, breathing out, chin to chest. Bringing yourself down, shoulders to the front, hands in the front of the legs. Bringing yourself all the way down to the floor, hanging at your point of comfort. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, pulling that core tight, and as we squeeze, start to lift up, breathing out through the mouth. You come up one vertebra at a time. Lower, mid, upper spine, shoulders back and down, neck and head. Okay, do a little bit of side stretching now, taking our feet wider than hip width. Okay, we're just going to slide our right hand down our leg, and then up, and then our left hand. Just doing our side stretching here, and again. And then this time, if you want to take the left hand over as you're stretching, you might even want to bring the right hand up to join it. If you are, then take the palms so that they're facing each other. Then take the right hand down, coming back up, over onto the left hand side, sweeping the arm over. On the left, you take your palms up as if you was holding a ball. And then bringing yourself back to centre. Okay, we're just going to do a little forward bend here, so I'm just going to take myself this way. So we're going to go flat back. Okay, so we want our back nice and flat against the floor. We're not dropping right down for the moment. Taking your hands onto your hip, pulling in that core, and taking your flat back bend forward there. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, holding the core. And then when you're ready, if you want to take your hands down, you can. You can bring yourself further down. You might want to take your legs a little bit wider. You might want to bring your forearms down, stretching the inner thighs here. Some people rock themselves back and forwards. Whatever feels good to you. Holding it there. Pushing yourselves up gently so your hands are still on the floor. Take your right hand to your right ankle, your left hand to your left ankle, and hold yourselves there, bringing yourself down. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Then taking the hands firmly on the floor, heel toe your feet back together, heel back there. Breathing in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth, we gently roll up, one vertebrae at a time, to the top, shoulders, neck and head. Amazing. Okay, we're just going to do one last yoga pose, and that's, I will get there in a minute anyway. So we're taking our legs a little bit wider. Some people use a little block here. If you want to sit on a block, it's absolutely fine when you come down. This is you can come down, you might want it that way, so when you come down, sitting that way, you can do it lower, or you can do it without. So let's do it from a standing position. So we've got our feet so they're facing outwards. We're taking our hands together, breathing in, holding our core tight, and as we breathe out, we bring ourselves down to our yoga squat. There you go, I knew I'd get it. This is yoga squat. So you're pushing into your palms, pushing the legs away, so you've got inner thigh opening here. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, or in through the nose, and out through the nose with your Jaya breath. From here, you can take your right hand and push it away, left hand and push it away. You can feel the stretch. And then you're pushing yourself up, bringing yourself round to a seated position. You're just going to do a couple of stretches and then we're going to go into a full meditation. So we're going to take our left leg over our right, sitting up nice and tall, taking our right arm around our left leg, taking our left arm behind us, pushing into those left fingertips, breathing in, and as you breathe out, you take a twist. Keeping where you are, take the left arm around the left leg, up, right hand behind you, pushing into the right fingers and twist. You might want to sort of push yourself so you've got the right arm in front of the leg. Sorry, the left arm in front of the leg. Coming back to centre. Let's take our left leg over our right, taking our right arm around our right leg, taking our left hand behind us, pushing into those fingertips and twisting. This is where you might want to take your arm here. And then we'll take that the opposite way, so we've got our arm nicely round, taking our arm behind us, pushing up, and then bringing ourselves around here. Coming back to centre, we're going to take a nice forward fold, Got our core nice and tight, breathing in. And as you breathe out, lower yourself down. So we're bringing our chest towards our knees. We're not just hanging, we're coming forward here, stretching ourselves down. Bringing ourselves over. You might want to use your feet. As you can see, I am using them as a leverage to bring myself a little bit lower. Stretching forward, feeling a full length stretch along the spine. Bringing yourself up to seated. We're going to take ourselves down. So you can come down from your side. Again, left hand side if you have low blood pressure. I'm going to slow the heart down now. So pull our heart rate right up, and now we're going to slow it down. You should already be slowing as it is now. If you're coming with me, we're seated position. We're going to C-curve ourselves down to a position of laying. Arms out in front, breathing in, breathing out. Hold that core tight. Gently C-curve yourself down all the way to the floor. One vertebrae at a time. Give yourself a full body stretch wherever you are, whichever full body stretch you wish. Don't forget to use your breathing in through the nose. As you breathe out through the mouth, you're squeezing away, you're pushing the spine gently into the mat beneath you, and you're squeezing your arms and your legs away. And then you're releasing down. Closing your eyes down. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Taking your arms down by the sides of you this time. Let's put our palms facing downwards. Okay, so we're going to start to bring in some energy and slowing ourselves down into a nice pace. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Palms down are grounding you now. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Starting to relax your body. Relaxing all 10 toes, the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, the heels of your feet, your calves, your knees and your thighs. Releasing your glutes, your lower spine, your mid-spine and your belly, your upper spine and your chest. All 10 fingers, the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands, your wrists, your lower arms, your elbows and your upper arms. Both arms rested down. Release them, release the legs, release the core. Release your shoulders down. Release your neck. Finally, your head. Feel the weight of that head as it rests into the mat beneath you. Let's relax all our facial muscles, so releasing the jaw, maybe taking the tongue away from the roof of your mouth and parting your lips gently. Releasing your cheekbones, your eyes, your eyelids, your eyebrows, your forehead and the top of your head. Your whole body fully immersed, rested and relaxed into the ground beneath you. As you lay there, I want you to start to visualise a woodland. Your woodland, whatever woodland it might be, it's autumn time and you're going to take yourselves for a nice walk. The sun's bright, but it's chilly, so you've wrapped yourselves up as you're going for your walk through your woods. You notice the leaves that have fallen to the ground, the wonderful colours that you can see, the oranges, the reds, the yellows, the browns. You look up into the trees, you can see the last remaining leaves that are there blowing gently. The sun still bright. You continue your walk through the woods. You can hear some of the leaves crunching under your feet. You might want to kick the leaves and watch them as they fly into the air. You may have your family with you, you might be on your own, you may have a dog. You're enjoying this walk. Beautiful autumn day. There's a little stream that's running next to you. The twigs as they rush along with the water. And the stones that are twinkling. Continue walking into the woodland. You might see a squirrel scurrying up the tree. You might see it digging into the ground beneath the nuts. You might see a muntjac deer. You continue walking, enjoying your walk, enjoying the beautiful colours that you continue to see. Visualise those brightnesses, those real bright colours, those bright reds, the vivid yellows and oranges. You get further into the woods and there's a little bridge going across the little stream. You decide to walk across the bridge. You walk over to the other side and you look out into open fields. You can see maybe some sheep. You might see a tractor. You might see bales of hay that have been collected. And then you decide to either walk into the openness or go back into the woodland and continue your walk. You walk for some time until you realise it's time now to go back home. The sun is going down slightly and it's getting duskier. So you head back. You've been into the open field, you come back over the little bridge, back into the woodland. And you continue that walk back home with your friends, family, animals, pets. You might even just be on your own. You're walking home. Again, the leaves that are on the ground. You kick them maybe again. You might pick one up and scrunch it into your hand. You might keep it and take it home with you. When you get home, you go in. The house is beautifully warm. You take off your hat, scarf, boots, coat, and you go and sit on your wonderful soft sofa. You sink into that sofa and you start to rest down and you close your eyes. Now fully relaxed and sunken into the ground beneath. Gently breathing into your belly. Breathing in through the nose as the belly rises. And as you breathe out through the mouth, the belly sinks back in. Start to waken yourself up, maybe wriggling your fingers, wriggling your toes, keeping the eyes closed down. Gently shaking the legs, maybe moving your head back and forwards, rocking it gently. Breathing in through the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. When you're ready, bringing your legs up. And maybe doing a little wind wipe with them, one way and then the other. And then when you're fully ready, taking yourself over onto your side, left-hand side if you have low blood pressure. Make a little pillow with your arm to rest your head, free in your lungs, in the back of your body. Let's breathe into those lungs. Take a big breath in through the nose and fill your lungs. Allow the breath to go out through the mouth, letting go of all that stale air. Do that one more time, breathing in through the nose. Fill those lungs, breathing out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, pushing yourself up, keeping the eyes closed, pushing yourself up into your favourite seated position. That might be legs in front, that might be cross-legged, whatever way you feel good. And breathing in, raising your arms above your head, taking your palms together. As you breathe out, take the hands over your forehead. May you have kind thoughts. Take your hands past your lips. May you speak kind words. And down to your heart, may you have loving thoughts. Give yourselves a bow. Gently blink your eyes open. And give yourselves a clap. Well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Needed that after all that Christmas food.